I'm really starting to hate this thing. Well, hello, Blue Troopers, and welcome to the TARBIS. First off, I'm wearing my Choose It, Make It What You Choose It to Be t-shirt. This was sent to me by a Blue Trooper, and some folks said, hey, where are your, Make It Where You Want to Be in Max's Models t-shirts, which I normally wear on the live streams and on the videos, but not always. I keep a couple of them here in the TARBIS, including this one. For when I shoot videos out here, and the rest of them are hung up in my office for when I shoot videos there. And you never know which one I'm going to grab. There is absolutely no rhyme or reason to it, although these Make It What You Choose It to Be t-shirts that you guys sent me are my favorites, including the ones my sister-in-law made me, which are also my favorites, because they're all my favorites. It's like asking a parent to choose their favorite child. Although some folks I do know actually can do that pretty easily. Yeah, I'll take that one. The other two you can keep. But hey, you know what? To each their own. So, sorry, back to models. Couple of things. First off, I have been working on the Keeler's Kustom Topolino, which you may have gathered from the beginning. It's been an aggravating kit because this is, as Steve at Steve's Model Mania pointed out, this is made from basically parts sets. And it is definitely an advanced model builder's kit, and when you have big thumbs like me and there's so many infinitesimally tiny little parts that go on here that are actually important parts of the structure, it's really a very meticulous kit. Takes a lot of planning and effort. To be honest, the instructions could be a little better. But the biggest problem I was having when I kept breaking it, because my thumbs are so big compared to the size of the models, because I had the rear engine support brace in the wrong place, so things weren't lining up. Kind of a somewhat self-inflicted wound there. But it is starting to come together, and I'll get it done. I'm going to. I need to quit picking it up. But as you can tell, if you can hear that thunder, we're having some pretty wicked weather here in Florida. We just had a couple of bits of thunder here that sounded like an artillery barrage. But anyway, but if you can get through the kit, it's a very rewarding build. Bruce over at Mystic Model Ships did one also that was really nice. So it can be done, and I'm coming up with my own little Max's Models body paint scheme. I'm doing my own thing with it. Making it what I choose to be. And if I ever do another one, of course, it's like the first one's the learning process. But and you have so many options. You're going to have a ton of parts left over, so you're going to have all kinds of good stuff, bits and bobs for your spares box. Also, speaking of model cars, I got the VW bus. As you guys may remember, I hit it with a studio light a couple of weeks ago, and as Trey over Trey's Models said, it was returned to kit form. And thankfully, I still had the instructions. I got it back together today, so it's going back on the shelf. Speaking of on the shelf, I got the Lighthouse kit, the 1:160 Lighthouse kit on the shelf, on my Godzilla shelf. And I didn't realize earlier, I'd said how they were off scale with the Polar Loghts Godzilla, but actually they're pretty close. The Polar Loghts Godzilla is a 1:144 scale, if I've done my calculations right. And the Lighthouse is a 1:160 scale. So for my money, given that Godzilla's fictitious and can be any size you want him to be, or her, it, or whatever, then they scale out okay. And I had to push all my other Godzillas kind of cheek to jowl to make room for the base plate of the Lighthouse, but it's on the shelf. And the other ones I'm not that concerned about, because they're just ones that we bought that were already made. The Polar Loghts one's the only one that I've built. Yeah, it's a good kit, but it's because it's large size, you have large seams, and I did not do the greatest job filling them in. I'm going to have to put more effort into that next time. I mean, they're not like super obvious, but they're there. And to hide those seams can take some pretty good putty work, especially because of all the little wrinkles and everything in the skin. It's just going to be a lot of detail work for somebody that really wants to hide them. But, it's all good. We'll be back late Friday night. We will have a live stream Saturday, usual time. The last live stream I had to take down for technical reasons, some security stuff. I'm not going to bore you with that, but no big deal. We're in good standing with YouTube, so not a problem. And that's pretty much what I got for today. Not a whole lot else going on here. And when I do get back I'm only home for a few days. I'll probably try to get a little work done on the Arizona, because once I get this Keeler's Kustom finished, the only thing I actually have open on the table is the Arizona, and I should start giving that a little attention. I've been ignoring it the entire 11 days I've been home. So much other stuff going on. And that is where we are at. Of course, don't forget, you've got all of August to do the P-38 and F4U Corsair build. That's all due at the end of the month. I thought about picking up a Corsair. Actually, one of the things I don't have in the stash, I had a little one, but it didn't have a canopy. I did that as a road build and gave it to the desk clerk, because she said her kid loved airplanes. So here, give him that one. That's kind of cool thing when you do a road build, is to, just give it to the clerks. I wonder if there's something I could take on this trip. I'll take a quick peek and see. Maybe I can do a road build. Wow, it is still roaring out there. Well, guys, that's really all I have for today. I do look forward to finishing this kit, taking some pictures, and then hiding it on the back shelf. Let's see. This is just lately, every once in a while you have a spate of builds that just don't come out quite like you want. And of course, one thing I probably should start doing is focusing more on one model at a time, because I'll have to have 3 or 4 projects on, so I can work on one and then go work on the other. There seems to be like the subconscious drive to start speeding up, and as we all know, building fast is the antithesis of making good models. It's the mortal enemy. But the thing is that you have fun. That's what really matters, and I do enjoy it. Although this little car has made me spit out a cloud of blue language that's still hanging somewhere over Duval County. Oh well, it's half the fun. And guys, that's really what I have for right now. I hope everybody's doing well. Take care of yourselves, and as always, model on. Microphone wires have a gift for getting under the wheels of chairs. The styrene antichrist. And it's yellow, the hardest color out there to work with. Ah, my Liebchen, you go back on the shelf. I was looking for that front tire, and I had used it as a wheel chock for the Mustang so it wouldn't roll off the shelf. Now the Volkswagen's trying to roll off the shelf. I need another wheel chock. Whoa! Oh, no, you don't. We're not doing any more automatic disassemblies.